Hey, how's it going, everyone? So I'm back with uh, let's see, what should I call this? Um, a thoughts about my 2022 Tesla Model X refresh. I've had it a little over a month now and has 3,400 miles on it already. So I've been driving her quite a bit. But this is my thoughts so far with having the new refreshed Model X. Like I said in my previous video, this is my third one. I've had a 16 and a 17. Love them both. 16 one I didn't have very long because this one came in. I had the 2017 first, and then I bought the 16, then this one came in, but that story's in the previous video. But anyway, so as you see, I got the red. I call it a splurge because the red is the most expensive color you can get. I just went with 20-inch wheels that are just the stock ones. I really wanted the 22s, but after splurging on the red paint and the white 6-seat interior, I just couldn't really afford to splurge on the 22s, which I think look a lot better than the 20s. But I am planning on getting some aftermarket 22-inch ones eventually. So yeah, and still haven't got my tag yet. They've had to send me another temp tag. But so far, let's start with my thoughts. I do, as you can tell, nothing's really changed on the exterior, especially in the back. I think this little bottom half is a little different. The biggest changes to the 22 refresh are the front, where the turn signals and fog light area is a lot cleaner, and looks like what is on the Model 3, the Y, and the S. The previous generation, I didn't think looked bad, but this does look a lot cleaner. Not so cluttered with lights and everything. The fog lights and the turn signals are all in the same unit. That's about it on the outside. I did take it in to have some adjustments done, and I have my door set to where it opens, but they had to do some alignment, which I don't think they did very much. My main concern was this. I don't know if you can see, but it's not flush, and I guess they did a little something to it because it's not as bad as it was, but it's definitely not flush. They all kind of stick out a little bit, and I did notice the other day that this gap, there's a pretty decent gap right there. But even though I should be super picky with it being a $130,000 car, I'm really not, because I just know Teslas aren't known for their quality of build. You're paying really for the technology and that it's an electric vehicle. But this side is definitely flush. It's smoother than the other side. I wish they could have gotten the other side as flush, but they didn't. But again, it is what it is. But the day that I picked this up, this little piece right here, it covers up where the tail light is bolted into the lift gate. This little cover had fell off, and it was laying in my driveway and I'm glad I seen it. At first, I didn't know what it was, but I'm like, I think this has come from the car somewhere. But noticed it come from there, so I had to get them to put that back on. And then and you gotta love the white 6-seat interior. The white just looks so good in these. Another reason why I splurged for the white. It really looks good with the red. But this little piece here had come off. Kind of seems like it's ready to come off again. Also found that laying in the driveway, and it took me a few minutes to find out where that came from. So I had to have them to put that back on. So far, as far as the exterior, that's been the only thing that I've had to schedule to have done. So let's move inside. Because it is another hot day here in Tennessee. Catch my breath. But big boy. So inside. So when I picked this vehicle up, it had 23 miles on it. And of course I didn't notice this until I was driving home. And I live 45 minutes from the Tesla service center, Tesla lot. So, but this, when I drive, and the day I picked it up, it was like this. It was about an angle like that. Even when I put in the autopilot, there's the little steering wheel that shows up, or a little yoke symbol that shows up, and it even shows when you're driving straight that the yoke is kind of at an angle. So I made a service appointment to have those things that I pointed out to you on the outside, and also told them about the yoke. It was probably 2 weeks after I picked up the vehicle when I made the service appointment. And with Tesla, you typically can't get in right away. It's usually a couple weeks out, if not a month, if not longer. So when I made the appointment, the car had like 1,100 miles on it. So they messaged me back, telling me, what the estimate is going to be. And obviously there wasn't a charge to do the alignment and put those little pieces back on it, but they were wanting to charge me over $300 to do an alignment on the vehicle, because they were saying that's why the yoke was off, is that it was an alignment issue. And I said it's not an alignment issue, because it was like that when I picked it up at 2,300 miles. And the guy said, well, when you made your appointment, it had 1,100 miles on it. It's like, okay, well, like most people, I'm busy, and that was when I was able to have the time to set an appointment to come in. So yeah, it had some miles on it then, but it is not an alignment issue. And it could need an alignment now. I've drove it 3,400 miles, but it did not need an alignment. It could have needed alignment at 23 miles, but I tried to explain to him that it was like that at 23 miles. So anyway, he kept saying that they would have to do an alignment to get the yoke straight like it's supposed to, and I would have to pay for that. So I'm like, never mind, just forget about it. I think I can probably get an alignment somewhere else cheaper than that. But it's just the principle that it's a brand new vehicle and it's a $130,000 vehicle. They could through that as a goodwill gesture in that alignment for free, just to make sure, or just to see if that was going to align the yoke up, but they didn't. And that's really the only bad experience that I've had with Tesla service. My other experience, even though I haven't been to Tesla service that many times, but all in all, it's been good. But that was just a little bit frustrating because, again, brand new car, $130,000 car, and at 23 miles, even though they didn't know that for a fact, at 23 miles the yoke was not straight, I think they should have just did a goodwill gesture or whatever to just do it for free. I've worked at a dealership for many years. I know that can be done, and I think they should have done it, especially since I'm a loyal Tesla customer. Anyway, enough with that. Again, there's hundreds of videos on YouTube of all the Teslas and all the models and the Model X's. So everyone really already knows what the new refreshed interior looks like. And it definitely is a vast improvement over the previous generation. When I had the 16 and 17 Tesla Model X, I really liked them. I thought they were super modern. I loved the screen. But when I got this one, my mind was blown on how what can I say? Better quality, I guess. It feels inside. It feels like a better vehicle than the previous generation. So my mind was blown. I was thinking it wouldn't really be that big a deal. I mean, I really love the whole look of it. I know a lot of people hate the yoke. I really like the yoke. It didn't take me long at all to get used to it. I have a 15-year-old son that's learning to drive. He's drove this a few times with me. And it didn't take him long to figure it out. It didn't take him long to get used to the turn signals and the wipers and all the stuff that are on the yoke. So yeah, it's not that complicated. It doesn't take that long to get used to. I know there's several people that just hate it and can't get used to it, but me, I really like it. And plus, it's just cool. I do like this landscape way it's in landscape now, the screen. I really like that. Definitely love the 2 wireless chargers there. And you get real cup holders. The previous gen, they were here, and then you had some that you can make the cup holders deep down into the console. These that were here in the armrests were just completely useful, I thought. And then the ones down there, they were good, they worked, but it just seemed like so much wasted storage space. But this whole layout is a lot better, and there's tons of storage because you got this little storage compartment there. You can slide that forward, slide this back. Lots of storage down in there, and then even more storage down in the armrest area. Get the glove box there. But yeah, the way everything flows from the door to the dash, it's just much nicer. It feels like it's better quality. I think they all may come with this Alcantara suede now. No, the previous gen, I think was an option because not all of them had it. The 2 that I had previously had the Alcantara headliner, and it was also on the dash. This doesn't have it, which I don't think it would probably look that good on this. And even in my previous Model X's with it on the dash, it looked nice, but it really was, it could have done without it, I mean, to say. But yeah, this one has the camera inside the vehicle. But all in all, the interior is pretty much the same. You just get the yoke, the new dash layout, the new console, the wireless chargers. But from basically the front seats back, it's all the same. The door panels are different on the Falcon doors than previous gen, but yeah, I do really enjoy this car. I really like it. And again, this is my third Tesla Model X. I do love them. I like that we have the 6-seat configuration, so it makes it easier for my 12-year-old. He likes to sit in the third seat, but sometimes he starts out in the middle row. But having that pass through makes it a lot easier for him to get to the third row or back up to the second row. But yeah, it works out for us a lot. We like this configuration. So, but yeah, that is my take on having this 2022 Tesla Model X refresh after having it just over a month with 3,400 miles on it. It's a great car. I don't see really having any issues with it. I didn't have any issues with the previous ones. And EVs, from my experience, you don't really have any major issues with the vehicles. So knock on wood that I won't either. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything that you want me to talk about with the vehicle, what you want to ask about the vehicle. Does seem like there was something else I was going to mention, but I can't think of it at the moment. So when I do, I will let you know. But subscribe to my channel, give me some likes and comments. Like I said, let me know if there's anything that you want to ask me about the vehicle. If you have one, what do you like, what you don't like, what concerns have you had, just anything. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and again, subscribe. This is a new channel. Well, again, in my previous videos, it's not really a new channel. I've had it for a year, but I'm just now getting back into it since I have the new Model X. So I'm hoping to do more videos, and the more subscribers I get, it'll encourage me more to make more videos about it. Anyway, thanks guys. Have a good day.